Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're gonna be talking about 10 hardcore moments of The Walking Dead from 10 seasons. Now this is our own list, but let us know down below your list. Now let's start with number 10. The Hilltop Battle. This moment happened in season 10, in the episode called Morning Star, and this episode had some really hardcore battle scenes. The action-filled face-off between the survivors and the Whisperers was epic indeed, giving us epic Battle of the Bastards vibes. In this awesome episode, we also saw Daryl's mace swinging, as well as the badass oil shooting technique that was used by the Whisperers. In general, the Hilltop Battle is one great moment from Walking Dead, and it deserves the number 10 spot. Number 9. Judith's Appearance. This moment was in season 9, in the episode What Comes After. This episode threw in a bunch of twists, turns, and very interesting scenes that the Walking Dead geeks will remember. Just as we waved goodbye to Rick Grimes, an episode shocks fans with a flash-forward scenes 6 years later. A young girl wearing Rick's cowboy hat was brave enough to rescue Magna, Luke, Yumiko, Connie, and Kelly from walkers. And just when we least expected it, and it was revealed was a much older Judith Grimes. Next moment we have is Rick's death. In season 9, in the episode What Comes After, we really had a roller coaster of an episode. What Comes After showed our main man Rick Grimes losing his mind as he escaped herds of zombies and reminisced on lost ones. In a scene where we thought we were watching Mr. Grimes draw his last breath, the mighty hero shoots a range of explosives on a bridge and sets off an explosion, leaving his friends to believe he is gone. Next moment we have is when Negan and Gabriel team up. This happened in season 8 in the episode The Big Scary You. Soon after, we see Negan reveal his most hidden secrets and insecurities to Gabriel, as they must put all differences aside to escape the walkers. Reminding us Glenn and Rick's scene in season 1, the psychotic villain and priest cover their clothes in blood and guts to escape and walk among the zombies. This moment showed an unusual pairing, a gripping scene, and a moment that many might have found bizarre, but very watchable to say the least. Next one we have is when Rick fights Winslow. This moment happened in season 7, in the episode New Best Friends. We've seen Rick go head to head with hundreds of zombies, but nothing compares to the one he fought in this amazing episode. In one of his early meetings with Judiths at her junkyard, Rick gets pushed into a pit of trash and is confronted by a walker wearing a helmet and body armor that's covered with spiky blades. And if you remember, this was the episode where Rick's hands got sliced. This episode is very special as it's not every day you can see Rick fight a metal spiked zombie that is very unique. Now for number 5 we have our gang against Terminus. In season 5 in the episode No Sanctuary. This season 5 premiere was indeed an unforgettable moment. Rick, Daryl, Glenn, Bob, and plus 4 randoms are bound, gagged, and kneeling over, waiting to have their throats slit by the madman cannibals of Terminus. And right when we think that our favorite characters are in it for a bloodbath, Carol sets off an explosion and all hell breaks loose in Terminus, triggering all battle between the two peoples. Now for number 4 we have when Carol kills Lizzie. In season 4 we have a gripping storyline that was Lizzie's and her obsession with walkers. When she kills her sister and almost does the same to baby Judith, Carol is left with no choice but to kill the young girl. But one of the most interesting moments in this episode was when Carol tells Lizzie to just look at the flowers, so it's easier for Carol to take Lizzie's life. This was an episode that is very hard to forget. Number 3. Laurie's death. This happened in season 3 in the episode Killer Within. It kind of sucks that most of The Walking Dead's best moments are the deaths of the beloved characters, But these unfortunate events always make good and emotional TV. After a painful and agonizing labor, Lori dies giving birth to her daughter Judith. But this episode becomes even more emotional when Carl has to do the deed so she doesn't turn into a zombie, making this episode extremely emotional. For the next moment, we have Rick and Glenn's escape. This happened in season 1 in the episode Guts. In this episode, we see Glenn and Rick, they are strangers at the time, who must unite and stroll through a swarm of walkers. Covered in blood and guts themselves, Glenn and Rick had our eyes glued to the screen as they disguised themselves among the dead. Here we started to see the birth of chemistry from Glenn and Rick, something that was very important to the show. And for number 1 moment is when Rick wakes up. In the season 1, in the pilot episode, we see Rick waking up, and no one can ever forget the opening of The Walking Dead, or rather one of the best episodes of the entire show. Rick opens his eyes from a drawn-out coma just to find himself in the middle of an abandoned hospital during the zombie apocalypse. There wasn't a better and more memorable way to open the show. But what really started the engines turning was the killing off of the young zombie girl, which started this epic journey of The Walking Dead. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. We wish you a wonderful week and stay awesome. Bye bye.